gorgeously rich, glossy, sticky beef. This is one noodle stir fry dish you guys are gonna love, with all my little tips for getting the most tender beef. These are my Mongolian beef noodles. Now, I love beef noodles just as much as the next person, but you know what I don't like? I don't like beef noodles where the beef is all dry and tough and not very appetizing. So there's a couple of little tricks that you can do at home to make your beef noodles super special and super tender. So let's get on to that part. First of all, I am using, the first thing is that I'm using a tender cut of steak here. So this is a sirloin, and I've got it sliced really nice and thin. The thin part is really important, guys, because we want the beef to cook really quickly and get brown really quickly in our wok or our frying pan, so that it doesn't stew and become tough. So first up, that's the beef chit chat. And now for some flavor, we want some soy sauce. And then here come the little secret ingredients that are going to make our beef really nice and tender and keep it tender when we're cooking it. First of all, baking soda. So this guy is going to help our beef brown a lot quicker in the frying pan, and also kind of tenderize the beef strips a little bit as well. And then I've got some corn flour as well. So that's my other little secret ingredient. And the corn flour, well, that guy kind of gives us a really beautiful kind of silky coating on the outside of the beef that kind of protects it and makes it seem more juicy and tender when you're eating it. So there you go, couple of little tricks there. Now also for more flavor, I want some Chinese cooking wine. And look, if you guys want to keep your cooking alcohol free, you could just use a little bit of apple juice here, would be great. And just give all of that a really good mix. Now, this little mixture here does not need long to work its magic, just a couple of minutes while you get the rest of your stir fry stuff organized. So the next thing we're going to do is our stir fry sauce. So what we need here is very simply some soy sauce, some oyster sauce, a little bit of brown sugar. I like to use the brown sugar here because it has more of a kind of deeper molasses kind of flavor, adds, you know, a little bit more extra special to the stir fry, but you could use white sugar as well if that's all you've got. A little bit of Shaoxing cooking wine here as well, and some chicken stock. Now just give that a mix, and we are ready to get stir frying. I just need some oil into a hot pan or a hot wok. Make sure you give yourself a lot of room here, so like a big pan if you're not using a wok, or a large wok. That way when we get our beef in, we can really spread it out. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my onions first, and just toss those around a little, just give them a little bit of color. And now in with my beef. Now with that beef, you want to get it spread out straight away. So by spreading the beef out, we're getting it nice and seared and crusty on the outside, rather than being all clumped up and stewing and getting tough. So there's a whole, you know, method to the madness here, everyone. So just let that beef sear for a minute or so on that first side, and then get in there and flip that beef over. And now that I'm starting to get some color, now I'm gonna add in my aromatics. So I'm gonna go in with my garlic and some ginger. And doing it this way means that we're not allowing our garlic to burn or the ginger to burn while we're getting that hard sear on the beef. So it's really important to, you know, go in the right order here. Now, just let those guys make friends in there as you're flipping everything over. Oh, that smell, you know, garlic, onion, ginger, the holy trinity of Asian ingredients all together always makes me so happy. Now, we need our noodles. So these noodles are pre-cooked, they're ready to stir fry. I'm just gonna toss them in, and then in with our stir fry sauce. Now, you just need everything in here to kind of get acquainted. You want that sauce to kind of thicken up a little bit, get nice and glossy. And then just toss through your spring onions, and that, look at that beautiful little bit of magic that we've created in there, that glossy sauce, that beautiful beef, which is looking nice and tender and glossy and yummy. Too many glossies. Anyway, you get what I mean. It's looking really magic. I'm gonna get this right out onto a serving plate. Now just a little bit of extra greenery on top, some spring onion. And there you go, guys. One very simple but very technically perfect beef noodle stir fry. And by technically perfect, I mean that beef should be super tender. Should we have a look? Let's see. Sometimes it's just the very simple things done very well, which brings so much joy. That beef is melt in your mouth tender. Each little strand of noodle is beautifully coated. The sauce is perfect consistency. Everything just bringing joy.